On days like today where it's sunny after a rainy day, I take the opportunity to charge the batteries with the solar directly without drawing from them. So right now, for instance, we're running our generator to do some laundry. Doing laundry produces about 20 liters of gray water per cycle. So every day we do laundry, if you don't collect the gray water, then 20 liters would be going out and watering through this PVC pipe, watering the chaos garden here. And that's not a bad thing, but 20 liters recaptured could add to the collection that would water the garden for a day. So we use about 100 liters a day. We can use 100 liters per watering session of our entire garden. So that would be about 14 of these jugs. And as you can see, we're in a drain cycle right now for our washing machine. And this is exactly what it looks like, collecting gray water. So if I don't collect this, it'll just overflow and go into the PVC pipe on the other side. This is just a little reservoir. And then it's not the end of the world. We're watering the garden still. But if you collect it or route it in a way where you're benefiting from it, then that's a better use in my mind than just letting it go to watering some plants. So we can use about 100 liters of water a day, as I was saying, on our plants on the farm so far. And of course, the bigger the farm gets, the more things we plant, the more water we'll need. An example of a great situation for us is yesterday it rained. So if it rains, if it rains in a way that's like a thick rain, like a heavy rain, then that saves us, as you can imagine, 100 liters of water that we didn't have to source. Now, sourcing water in the mountains of Portugal is very easy, and there's many different ways to do it. Even if the locals are convinced there's a drought, I've been proving through my YouTube channel, teaching my kids. If you follow me on X, there's a million different ways to source water that you can use for watering plants. I'm doing one right in front of you. And if you do the math, I have enough here for more than one full day of gardening. So then you might ask yourself, okay, what if you need to water your lawn or you water your garden 2 full days? Okay, well, in the next day, in the next 24-hour cycle, we'll all have showered 4 times. Most of us shower every day, and we might do laundry again. We try to leave it to the weekend. It may rain. I'm just talking gray water strictly. But gray water isn't all the ways that you can get water here. You can see like some of these are really clear because they're not gray water, that's river water. There's a river 10 minutes away, there's a river 30 minutes away. So if you're collecting river water, then you can offset your 100 liters a day that way as well. One other thing we do is I collect rainwater. So this is something that every farmer, everyone who does farming should do. And it may look different. It may look different for different setups, but pretty simply, eaves trough, you can filter it straight into a 1,000-liter tank. Everything that you see there is rainwater or river water that I've put in there. So when all else fails, I have, it's not even half, but say 400 liters of rainwater that I can use to water the plants. Everything else here is water that we're showering with, and that is water that I get delivered. So you can see a picture here of water conservation, and an idea of how you can get water from the environment. I like the idea of of atmospheric water generators, because I know that there's water in the air we breathe. But from what I've seen so far, the atmospheric water generators you have to use energy to have them running. They're like air conditioning units, and they're loud, and the output is not as much as would warrant the money that you have to spend to buy the unit. I think that a technician like myself could probably make an atmospheric water generator. But anyway, you can't put gray water on everything. On vegetables that you're about to eat, like carrots, is probably not a great idea. Cilantro, like at your herb snail garden, not a great idea. But for trees, we have a lot of trees. We have citrus, we have lemon trees, we have carob trees. The ones that have been here forever, that are older than God, I'm not worried about watering them every day. Carob trees and orange trees survive here in the mountains of Portugal without anyone tending to them. But our new trees, for example, that we've just planted, like citrus, bananas, they can be watered with gray water. And if you look into it, you can actually water some of these trees with ocean water, with salt water, which we have an unlimited supply of ocean water here. Pre-desalinated water. And that leads me to desalination, obviously. You can desalinate the ocean water many different ways. We're doing it right now on the farm on a small scale. And, I was desalinating water in Niagara for a long time. My yield was about 4 liters a day, so that would cover our drinking water only. So right now, as you can imagine, I'm buying our drinking water in these jugs, and I'm having our shower water and dishes water, the jugs that you saw in the back there, the 1,000-liter jugs, having that delivered. And then the rest is what are we gonna use for the farm? So it only rains when it rains, and it doesn't rain all the time. And that leaves us, either we pay for all the water, or we collect gray water that we've already paid for. If you think about it, this gray water that I can use to water the banana trees and citrus trees, you wouldn't even know that that's river water, but it is. But if you think about it, I'm actually getting double the money for this water because I've used it to wash my hands, shower in, or whatever, and now I'm using it to water our plants, which is a necessity one way or the other. So no matter what way you slice it, if you want all these trees and plants and things that we've planted to live on the farm, like this mango tree, for example, you need to water it every day. And this woman, actually, her name is Mickey. Look at her blowing in the wind. She needs about, I would say 6-7 liters of water a day. And I have 2 of them, so you can see how it adds up. We have lots of citrus trees and plants and palm trees down there. So yeah, I'm figuring about 100 liters a day I'm using. And so to offset it, even by collecting some gray water, rainwater, or whatever, every liter adds up to money you don't have to spend. And that's how we are doing it here on the off-grid farm. I'm running a generator, as I said, doing my laundry while running a generator that is really good on gas. And I'm exclusively charging the batteries from my solar bank through the solar cells or the photovoltaic panels that are on the roof of my tiny home. And my generator is cranking out the power that I need to do laundry, which is done, and I'm going to go hang that up now. So there's lots of different fun ways to live off-grid and conserve water. Come visit us in person, and we can show you how us vegans are living off-grid and explain it to you if you want to learn more. I mean, if you're considering living off-grid, at least give me a call. Come visit us. We'll walk you through all the things that we're doing. We're a family of 4, so a lot of people who go off-grid, they're just doing it for themselves, you know? We're 4 people living off-grid. It's not as easy, I guess you could say. Follow me on Twitter at adamjosh.com.